5 of Ancient Bloodlineoflight psychic reading. Not all lies I'll do, maybe like psychic readings. I'm gonna change this whole setup. Hold on. I just don't want to like sit down all the time. So, anyways, hope you guys are doing really good today. It's Sunday, and that's the sun energy. What's up, April? Let's go and put this back here more. This is my original spot. When I first started doing videos, I would stand here in the window. My portable battery has like 2 bars left, so it might die. So I think that's better. Boom. What's up? All right. So now I don't usually use tarot cards that much, so because I always had channeled without it for years. So we're gonna like do that. Let me see, go like put this out here, and it's kind of fuzzy. So one moment. There, that's better. All right, I'm holding my peacock ore. Got this a year ago. All right, let's do it. You know, you can take deep breaths with me. So it's good to center yourself before channeling. I'm picking up on like a lot of supernatural energies. Like there's like a lot of supernatural beings. I know that a lot of people are connected to like a lot of supernatural things, and incarnations. Sometimes it can run through their blood. So like, I don't know if you even know that werewolves and lycanthropes are a real thing, just like vampires. Like people talk about vampires all the time, like psychic vampires and whatnot, but there's other things out there besides that, and it's obviously not like in the movies. So like I'm picking up that, you know, people do have these like incarnations of like weres. Like there's different types of weres. There's werebears, werecats, were-tigers, and everything besides werewolves, but obviously werewolves are like the main thing. And like someone must be connecting with that within their blood. As for like werewolves, the difference between werewolves and lycans is that lycans can change anytime, just like in the movie and in the world. But it's not like a physical change, it's more like spiritual. You know, you can see that aura change someone. If you like, you know how to see through your mind's eye, you can see that someone or sense that they are like, and you can see that form in them, or vampire or dragon incarnate, whatever other kin form out there, or Ethereal form and stuff like that, or weird being. And so like someone's gonna connect with that, or a lot of people are, and they probably recently did, because the new moon, like, yeah, full moon is like the cliche thing for like werewolves and stuff like that, but also effective for like the new moon. Like I have a video about lycanthropy, explaining it and explaining about us, and how we differ from fiction and such. And so even during new moons, there's still some effects on our abilities and stuff like that, but it's not as much as, like, for me personally, I don't know everyone else, I used to interact with like a lot of people years ago, like on this stuff like 10 years ago, and I wonder what they're doing today. But for me personally, like full moons and new moons affect me like crazy. Like it used to get my emotions like insane. And so learning energy works and all that, how to ground my energy, it really done wonders. It really helped me a lot to control that part of me. And it just like, it used to like bring up like a lot of anger and such. So whoever this is resonating with, um, you're gonna learn like a lot of things on how to control that if you haven't already. For those who have, um, that part of you is like reaching out, like wanting to get out more. So yeah, going out in nature would be nice. Be alone out in nature and just like embrace that inner wolf and you. And hey, if you want to run around naked, that's fine. People do it on Beltane, if you practice paganism. But if whatever suits you to embody that inner wolf, or whatever weird creature that you are besides a werewolf, you know, like shamans and like berserkers, they will wear like fur or whatnot to channel that energy. Like people within like these communities, even Therian communities, especially like mainly wolf Therians, which a Therian is, you know, someone who has an incarnation of the spirit of the animal. It's not like in their blood, like running through their DNA. So they usually wear like the synthetic tails like on their belt loops or whatnot to embrace it. But obviously nobody's not gonna wear it anymore because how it became sexualized. So but like me for example, like I have like these new winter boots with fur on it, and me wearing it represents that like in front of me. And like my pagan bracelet has the wolf on it to represent that part of me. So I wear a lot of things that represents part of me, like it's a vampire coffin, so, and dragon ring that I had for the past 4 years and stuff like that, and a ring of a crown represents royal blood, and my artist name Archangel Royal. So but yeah, whoever you are or all of you who resonate that, I'm feeling like a pull to your heart chakra. So like embracing this, embodying this energy, you have to come from the heart so you can have more control, because you may have gone through a situation that could trigger like a lot of anger in you. Then that wolf gonna want to come out, but it's best to like balance it so you won't end up like hurting yourself or other people. Now I'm not saying like we can be like out of control or anything like in the movies, but when we are pissed off, like we are really pissed the f off, you know. So go out running, you know, to release that, you know. And there are like some things in like fiction that's kind of spot on in real life, like the movie Wolves with Jason Momoa, and how this one scene where this kid gets hurt and he needs to heal fast, so he needs to embrace his inner wolf in order to heal fast. I could say that was spot on. And it also like takes away like a lot of physical pain too when you embrace that inner wolf. Your energy change, your aura change, your DNA change along with it. Not like your physics changing, but your DNA reacting to that energy, that wolf energy. So you're gonna feel less pain when you're receiving physical pain from like getting hurt, injured, or maybe you're being attacked or something. So, and you would heal faster too. You could stand pain a lot better. So when you're running, also see yourself as that wolf, and you're gonna release a lot of steam. Like in my mind's eye, I'm seeing like a lot of steam coming off of somebody. Like it's releasing a lot, and there's so many reasons why people will be out there jogging, you know. So excuse the noise, motorcyclists out there. So let's see what else I can pick up on from someone's energy. So for some reason I'm seeing Magneto from X-Men. So somebody, and his character, his role in the movies is like he's like a freedom fighter. He's like an indigo. He talks about what's wrong with the world and how mutants are treated, and you know, it's like a whistleblower in a way. So someone is in that energy. Someone wants to like an activist. They want to put something out there in the spotlight. It doesn't matter if it's comfortable. They really want change, and that's fine, and that's great. And so, and you're emotional, so you're using your emotions as your advantage to express yourself and what needs to be said so people can hear you out. Do that. Just understand that you still have to be mindful of what you're saying, how you're saying things. So the more reserved, the more people are actually gonna want to listen. You know, you talk about, if you don't know how to say it, just talk about the problem first, so people can be like, you know, can actually hear you out or agree. Or another way is to make people laugh. When you make someone laugh, they're gonna want to listen to you. Just like that's what some comedians will talk about, real things going on in the world in their stand-ups, because they got everyone's attention. So it's their way to actually start talking about real deal shit. So you're that person. This is how you're gonna do it, so you get people's attention, so you can tell them what they need to know. So what the higher realms are guiding you to tell them, so they can start understanding and connecting with what you're saying, and they start to see beyond the veil, like you are seeing. So you're getting people on that frequency. You're pulling them in. You know, like Abraham Hicks said, everyone's in like their own vortex. So when you get people to understand your perspective, they're getting into your vortex. Now, not everyone's gonna want to be in it and understand that, but that's fine. But when they start to get into your vortex, they start to understand what you're talking about, and then they will start to realize that they're starting to see it too. It makes sense, or they're not the only ones who are seeing it. Then they're gonna like side with you. Then you're gonna gain more allies and more support, and then you can like grow a following. And so, but just be careful of who's in your circle though, because like not everyone may have like the same intentions and pure intentions like you do. So just continue coming from a righteous way and how to approach things. So whoever this is resonating with. Speaking of higher realms, I'm seeing it. It's like a lot of these high realm beings watching us. Like, I don't know if you saw the new Spider-Man movie, No Way Home, and there's that scene where the multiverses are shattering, and you see all those beings, like you see the villains from the different Spider-Man universe appearing up there. It's kind of like that. They're watching us, like from the higher realm, and they're seeing like a lot that's going on, obviously, and some things that's going on in the world don't happen in the way that people expect to happen because they step in, they do something about it. And there's councils. So like Pleiadians are like that main council. There's more councils out there that we may not know about, just like there's star systems and beings who are like incarnating from different star systems that we may not know about. But like Pleiadians are like just well known to us, and they're one of them. They're like the top councils. But these beings, like, they're like on a different dimension frequency than Pleiadians. Like there's like so many, and they're watching. They're almost as angelic, but they're not angelic beings. It's awesome. I've been feeling Michael as well. A lot of these beings are tapping in and tuning, and like they are interacting with you. You may think that it's your higher self. You may think that it's God, which there's people who actually can't directly interact with God when you're on that higher frequency. That it's like certain kind of people. Like, not trying to like say like certain people are more special than other people, but it's like, you know, people have like these very powerful connections. These beings, not, they don't usually come down. They stay there, but some of them would come through right next to you and then talk to you and guide you how to do certain things, and then they go back. Something about them, like, not like they can't be here. It's not like, I guess it's the low vibrations of this three-dimensional realm that kind of would affect them, so they operate better and more powerfully when they're in their own place. So it's kind of rare that they will actually come to us here, not just watch us, but like just come to us here. Like they're interdimensional, so to speak, and you know, guide us, but they can guide us from there. They don't have to like come on our wavelength. But I'm hearing like a lot of people who, like a lot of people are calling chosen ones, are needing their guidance right now. Because since like a lot of people are learning more about themselves and their purpose, and so they are gonna like need a lot of guidance, because it's that information is rushing in a lot more than it should, per se. I don't see that as a bad thing, but since like people are learning more and more about themselves, like um it's almost like I see like a crowd of people rushing to a door and they're just crumbling and they're trying to get through, they're trying to push through it, but they're not, because so many, like hundreds of people trying to stuff their way in. So it's like that information, people are learning that, so they're gonna need a lot of guidance, and a lot more people are gonna be isolated. It's not like there's gonna be like another shutdown gonna happen in this physical realm. It's kind of like a spiritual shutdown where people are gonna be have to be in that hermit mode to look within and take that time out, because since they want to learn more about themselves and look into a lot of things in a high speed rate, then they're gonna have to be dedicated to be in that hermit mode to learn more about themselves and learn their role, their mission in this life. And so it's kind of like, I'm not saying it's a deadline, but since they want to learn this stuff and the information is getting out there so much, then they're gonna have to learn in so little time. So these higher beings in these realms are kind of like, for example, like in Naruto, when, if anyone watched the anime Naruto, how they have their senseis to each of these students in their groups. It's like these beings are like their senseis going to the groups. One moment. So like they can teach them and guide them. And so these beings are like, they're not stressed out about it, like saying, "Ah, damn it, we have to babysit," but they're like, okay, we're going to get on it, so then they can learn. Because we're doing our part, but they're gonna have to do theirs. You're gonna have to like dedicate this. You want to learn a lot of things and stuff like that, and how to manifest better and learn about your journey and your purpose and whatnot. You have to be dedicated to it. It's dedication. It's not just like an easy way out of shit. This path, this lifestyle, it's like, it's not like, you can't treat it like a trend or a fad. And it doesn't matter. Both these higher beings, even Goet demons, agree that they're gonna go hard on you, teaching you things that you want to learn. Both angels and demons will be on their, dark gods and whatnot, not just the light ones, are gonna be on their shit, on you, to learn your abilities and your purpose and whatnot in these types of higher realms. People talk about how the 72 good demons, they're like tough love, but it's not just them. Even higher beings are on that too. Even angels. Like Archangel Michael, for example, if you ever channeled him and experienced him, you know that he commands like a general, not in a mean way, but for you to get on your feet and do what he tell you to do. That's an example. So it's not just demons who throw in tough love. Angels can too, and other higher beings. Give me 1 second. so, well, my portable charger is charging, so I can't have the light, so that's fine. So, like I was saying, yeah, so angels may come off soft at times, but they know when you need tough love, and they know when to push you. So, from my personal experience, like, it doesn't matter who you're working with. Some say working with go demons, they work really fast. Angels don't work fast, but angels actually do work fast as well. Sometimes they work slow, sometimes even demons work slow. And I think it really depends on you, what you're doing, because you have to also put in the work. Even if you're just like manifesting without working with any entities, you know, like a lot of people do like law of attraction. You write down your what you want to manifest and in your notebook, or put an energy out there, you burn it and whatnot, or you say your affirmations, or whatever it is, you sit there and visualize. You also have to put in the work to be on that frequency. Sometimes you don't have to get up and do it, you just have to like vibrate on that frequency so it come in. And they know that a lot of people are still trying to understand this. Like years ago, I used to talk about law of attraction all the time on my FB page because I wanted people to understand and I learn about it, because like it ended up being my passion when I learned so much about it, like 9 years ago when I first came across it. And I've been studying it. And I wanted people to understand how it works. And like there's some people out there in their channels who don't really put in deeper details that you can actually get elsewhere, like in books and whatnot. And so they also want you to, okay, I'm getting at one of them is pointing out someone's child or daughter. She's had to be like age between 3 and 5. She's very gifted. But haven't awakened yet, but she will in a few years. So she's going to be initiated in a few years. Sometimes, you know, when you're awakened to your gifts, we call that an initiation. So this kid is going to be very powerful, Generation Alpha. So she's going to be on her shit when she's older. So, and you're already gifted, whoever you are. I'm seeing a mother, and you're close to this child. So whoever this resonates with, this is what these higher beings want you to know. So back to what they're like telling me is that so many things, these hardships that you're dealing with today, are actually what you've asked for. It's basically shaping you for what you want to manifest. So it's like we can't always keep complaining about certain things. Even people who don't know anything about this stuff, not on a spiritual path, and like they do ask a question to themselves, which they are actually, spirit is answering these questions in a certain way. So for example, you don't have to even practice spirituality or be into this, but if you ask yourself, you know, what can I do to get in this position in life, or certain thing, or this relationship, or this certain goal with this art piece or whatever, and you're asking like, how can I make it incredible? Okay, so the universe, God is answering that way and throwing a lot of things at you, so you can put that hardship, whatever that experience is, in your art, so it could be a masterpiece, because other people are gonna feel it in a way that they can't relate, or it's opening them up to another realm. You know, it's like, for example, when I started listening to trance music, I first started listening to the first group was like Arctic Moon. Started listening to songs, it opening up that energy, that wavelength of starseed, that made me realize that I am a starseed. It made, like, certain songs can awaken parts of you that's waiting to be awakened, waiting for you to discover. So your art, what you're going through, is actually going to benefit others, and that can also be a good karmic energy for you. So this is why, like, despite the things that we go through, we have to be grateful, because it's going to shape us, even others, in great ways. So embrace that shit. Embrace these tower moments. This is why dark can be balanced with light. You have to even invite the dark, not just the light. Excuse me. How's it going? Thank you for being here. This is probably like obviously a lot longer than my previously live video that I did months ago. Honestly, I don't remember which one I did live, but yeah, I freaking love this stone. If you don't have a peacock ore, I recommend you purchase one because it's very powerful. It's like when I touch it, sometimes it feels like it's very soft. It's that that type of frequency is vibrating on. They say that a clear quartz, it's not actual physical. They say that it's vibrating on a certain frequency that it feels like it's physical, and I feel like it's equivalent to a peacock ore because every time I touch it, it feels like I can squeeze it, but it's solid. It's amazing, and it works with your chakras, especially your upper chakras. It really benefits at connecting with higher energies, so it's great. And I like to connect with Malik Taos, the peacock angel, with it. You're very welcome. And I really appreciate hearing you telling me that. So I'm glad that my reading helped you and saved your life. And it's really nice to hear from people telling me that I helped them in certain ways. Certain people would tell me that some of my posts on Facebook helped them get through depression, and I didn't even realize that. So I'm very grateful to hear that. Alright, so I'm seeing like Archangel Orion, Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, also Archangel Muriel. Archangel Muriel, like there's like a lot of lists of archangels. So Muriel, he's one of the ones who will help you with your psychic gifts. Reading about archangels is like reading about the properties of crystals to me. Like you learn certain things about them and how they can help you in certain ways. Orion could clear energies around you in your home. So it's like not just Archangel Michael who can like do that and cut cords, but Orion like also connect with his energy or her, like whatever how they appear to you. To clear like a lot of energies, but I would love to learn more about Ryan. But like I could just like channel, learn, take the time to learn about them. But right now I want to see like what do they have to say since they're coming through right now. Now some people pronounce it Orion, but whatever works for you. So they're all like standing here on my right side. And Mario, he's wandering around a lot. Like he's kind of like a childlike personality, very playful. So in my mind's eye, I'm seeing like a lot of energy coming out of my crown chakra. I'm feeling like I'm seeing light from my third eye, and also my crown chakra is like, so. And that's their way of saying that they will help you connect with your higher chakras and help you connect with higher realms. And there's more chakras than 7. So like we have like, I believe our 8th chakra is the Earth Star, which is below the root chakra. And then, no, I'm sorry, Soul Star is the 8th one. So the 9th one is, we have the 9th, and I believe the 10th chakra is the Earth Star that's below the root chakra. And I think it's actually supposedly big as the Earth, or it's just like really big. Like it's not, maybe not super big, but when I look at it in my mind's eye, it's like just really big, but not huge as the Earth, so. But then you have like the upper chakras, and just like they're saying that they will work with anyone who wants to work on them, and you just simply just visualize them opening up and clearing away. Just call upon them to clear any clutter, any energies, whatnot. And like for people who want to like connect to their like supernatural gifts and whatnot, that's your 11th chakra, which apparently they also work with your 11th chakra is compatible with your palm chakras, and like working on that chakra can also help you use like telekinesis and stuff like that. So like there are people who are naturally, those upper chakras are naturally open for them already. For some people, they have to like work on them to get them to open up, and it's really all about being aware that you have these gifts. It's like it's not that you unlock certain gifts; it's being aware that they're already there, and then you start to use them. It's like every time, like I recently posted on Facebook that I could hear people's thoughts on certain videos. I watch a certain video on there, or even on like TikTok or even Instagram. Every time I watch a video, I'm always hearing negative thoughts, and all the time I always think that all these years I thought it was me. Like, why would I think this stuff about certain things? But I'm actually hearing the thoughts of other people who view these videos, and I'm like, oh shit, that it's them. I'm hearing these people's thoughts because you could be so sensitive energy that you could pick up on that. And so it's like, well, wow. So like I'm hearing thoughts of other people. In all these years, I thought that maybe there's something wrong with me. So it's all about being aware of these gifts. You can already have them. Not everyone like would realize that. So they ask you to help them unlock certain gifts. What do they need to do? It's all about being aware. That's what they say. Consciousness. You're being conscious of these things. You're being conscious of these parts of you. Everybody is gifted. Everyone's psychic. Just not everyone's aware because what they're constantly consuming. Because when they're constantly consuming in this physical realm, it's blinding them of what's there in the higher realms. And like they're telling me like this is what I needed to talk about going live, because I was trying to figure out what else can I bring up besides giving a reading. But this is technically a reading because like, I'm channeling. So and I'm actually helping people becoming more aware of things. So it's like you're pulling away the curtains, and I'm seeing that in my mind's eye. They're showing me that Archangel Muriel and Michael are like the main ones that's talking right now. So everyone else is just standing there. Michael wants someone to know, like, definitely get on their shit and their strength and whatever it is that you're afraid to do or afraid to face, even if it's just a certain thought or emotion to feel. Take that leap and go for it, embrace it, because you're gonna embody your warrior energy. So April, you might resonate with that as well. That's probably why he's coming around to you. So besides you, others are resonating with that. So, and I'm seeing something about a car being in a shop or something. And I know Michael, he can help people like fix cars, like give some luck for their vehicle and certain technologies in your home and whatnot. So I don't know if that has to do with maybe an upcoming Mercury retrograde. I'm not sure when that's gonna happen. I have to look that up. But I'm seeing someone's vehicle, so like pray to him to help like a certain situation or a certain part that needs to be fixed to be fixed. So his energy can probably influence a mechanic to like go all out, above and beyond for you, or certain, or like he can help the situation where your vehicle won't have to end up going into the shop. I keep seeing those beings that's watching. Like they're not watchers, but there are beings who watch. So watchers are Pacific beings, specifically are observing us. And they definitely came around. Like they relate to the Anunnaki. They're not like related as in blood, but like they definitely have to do with them. Has something to do with them in a way. Because they say like in the book of Enoch, like these fallen angels are watchers. Anunnaki are basically the fallen angels. They came here. People way back then, centuries, had watched them, and Anunnaki means beings from above. But the Anunnaki are not the watchers per se. So these beings have been around at the same time they were. And it's kind of like a little rivalry, or not much of a rivalry, but they just don't bond well with each other. I know that Enki, he's like the one who has good intentions, want us to evolve. You know, the more you interact with him, the more you start to learn about your purpose as well, being here. As Enlil wants us to be enslaved. And Enlil is enjoying what's going on in this world. So I don't want to like jump into a low vibration of things, but I just want people to be aware of their roles here. But yeah, Enki knows that when you are and you're tapping into a higher vibration, you are unlocking great things that's beyond these low vibrational things. So this is why a higher realm beats the lower realms that wants to do us harm. So when you're in a high vibration, then you're winning. You know, what is there to worry about? And when you're coming from your heart chakra, embodying that love energy, and you're transmuting these energies, you are tapping in more to that higher place and more of your gifts, because your DNA is responding to that. And you know, it may feel uncomfortable to some people because whatever entities that are attached to your aura that's feeding off of you or influence any negative thoughts or actions, that love energy is burning them away. So that uncomfort that you're feeling is them, not you. It's them that's influencing that reptilian part of your brain, that ego, basically. So even the ego self is feeling that uncomfort, and that's fine. So I keep embracing that love energy, because it's gonna help a lot. I look like I'm wearing eyeliner, but I'm not. So that makes you want to put it on later on. So when you're transmitting these energies, like I said, as you're getting a high vibration, you're tapping into more of your gifts. Even so much knowledge come along with that. You're receiving so much information from spirit because you're getting on that frequency of these higher beings that could give you like a lot of information that you need to learn about. So whenever you're meditating, focus more on not being disgusted by certain people and what they've done to you. Even if it helps to project more positive energy towards them, which actually can, but that's just like the first step. That's just the tip of the iceberg. It's completely embodying love. And people hear it all the time, but it's actually true. You know, it really does work. I can tell you that. And for those who, basically for those who don't realize that or understand that, but you definitely will. It's not like it's just gonna happen just like that. You have to like stay in that frequency and not have expectations. Not have expectations of how people are gonna treat you. It doesn't mean people are gonna change. Your energy may change. You may experience the ego death and see things in such a beautiful way and have beautiful experiences, but that doesn't mean other people are gonna feel the same way. So don't expect people to treat you a lot better just because you're in a high vibration. Some people are gonna get triggered, the demons are gonna get triggered and, come at you with BS. So when you're in this high vibrational energy as well, it's also good to be in a hermit mode because you're gonna attract some bad people, not just good. Don't be afraid of that. It's not like you're gonna attract a terrible experience of being harmed, but just shield yourself up, pray for protection, and be on your A game. It's like you're taking notes. Take notes on certain people and places, how they react, so you know what to do and not to do. So you're gonna experience some things just so you can understand how to handle situations as you're in a high vibration. You'll know who not to interact with. People are gonna start talking to you a lot about their issues that's draining, and 80% of the time these people know that they're draining you. They just let you know that. So yes, they know that we want to help others. We're compassionate, we're empathic, and we know our purpose of helping others and heal them. But there are certain people who know that about you and purposely draining you, constantly talking about their issues. You're telling them what they need to do, help themselves, and they're not doing it. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. You may feel bad. Obviously, you're gonna feel bad, being distant from them. But you have to do that. You have to set your boundaries because not everyone wants to actually be helped. I'm saying stay ghost. So someone needs to stay ghost and continue doing what they need to do for their spirituality. Not everyone's gonna like it. Not everyone, because they can see that change. They can see that you're investing in yourself. Not everyone likes that. Even if it's someone who you probably thought was a good friend, but you can feel it. You know that. You know who these people are. And people really be hating. They can smile on your face, but they're backstabbers. They can be backstabbers. So, there's certain people who value you, who deserve you, and there's certain people who don't. So it doesn't matter how long you know them, you start to see true colors. When you're on your spiritual path, like I said, it's dedication. These beings want you to know, dedicate your time, dedicate yourself. And there are certain people out there who may be on a high vibration and very gifted and such, but they continue to make it all about them. So you don't have to they're not doing any harm, they're not feeding on your energy, but you do have the choice of distancing yourself from certain people like that because they will constantly make it all about them. A lot of things. So, yeah. But it doesn't mean you should love anyone less. It's just that everyone has their role here in this life. Everyone is a reflection of themselves. So yes, reflect on a certain way of why you feel certain things about certain people and whatnot. And then that's something that you can fix within yourself. And then you learn how to accept it, and then it can actually help you tolerate them. Well, more like handle them a lot better when you interact with these people. So you'll handle them a lot better in a better way, in a less judgmental way, and more in a high vibrational way, because you're handling that aspect of yourself. I'm seeing that car again, so whoever's vehicle gonna go in the shop, or you need to put your vehicle in the shop to get it fixed, so don't ignore that. And so just get on it, whatever you can. If it's multiple things, at least go for what's more important first, and then deal with the other parts of that needs to be fixed later on. And just be careful out there too. And someone's grandmother is coming through saying, be careful, want you to be safe. Whatever it is that you're doing that you feel in your intuition that you have to be careful of. If you lost a grandmother that you're very close to and she was always a good guidance to you, like your guardian, even when she was physically here, she's your guardian and on the other side, and she wants you to be careful and be well. And this is also specifically for a male who has lost a grandmother who you're very close to. If you're dealing with a lover who you're not with anymore, or currently dealing with someone who you're romantic involved with, continue to learn more about this person, and certain thing about this person that may grab your attention. You may see it as a red flag, but just make sure that you're learning a lot about this person. You guys are taking it slow, at least. Now, there are certain people out there there's a group who are trying to do spell work on you, or may say things about you to keep you stagnant, keep people from not wanting to interact with you, like the form of smear campaign or gang stalking or whatnot. They're trying who can see your potential, your great ability and whatnot, and they just don't want you to move forward in your life and see you succeed. Just keep doing like energy clearing. Keep clearing your energy, clear energy in your home, and keep being your authentic self, because as you're being your authentic self, the people that they're slandering you to are gonna see who you truly are, and they're gonna see that these people are lying. They're gonna see right through their BS. They're gonna also start questioning why you're so focusing on you. Maybe there's something that happened in the past, or currently, or going to. So people are gonna start to understand who you truly are beyond of what the BS that was said about you. So just keep being your authentic self. Keep coming from your heart, and keep proving them wrong. So these chat options. So let me see. Trying to see chats. I want to see the comments, but I can't. But all right. But yeah. So this is the energies that I was picking up for you guys. Also, okay, Archangel Maria wants me to say something before I jump off, but he's saying take a leap. So I guess resonates with what I was saying earlier. Whatever it is that you feel too afraid to do, and you know you need to do it, go ahead and do it, because you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be completely fine. He's like so fucking mellow. Archangel Mario is like that cool uncle. But yeah, like definitely like do that. Take a leap. do your thing. It's gonna be fine. You got this. Alright, so thank you for joining me live. I will be sharing this in the Ancient Bloodline group, and I had already let people know on my Instagram that I was doing it live. So thank you again, and enjoy your day. And you know, be yourself. You know, keep doing you. Keep following your intuition, because like I know a lot of energies are changing. And so a lot of people are gonna change with that, and some people are gonna try to get in the way of those who are making moves in their life. So like, and then you would usually call them agents, but stay present, stay focused, stay mindful. Don't engage in things that you shouldn't engage in. Sometimes things can just randomly happen out of the blue, out of nowhere. And so just be mindful, be on your A game, focus, pray to whoever you pray to help you and get to any obstacles and whatnot. You got this. So peace and blessings to you all. Much love.